Hi everyone, it's Kate Zukas here, and I'm here today to share with you some of my spiritual influences and spiritual teachers that have helped me along my spiritual path. So I'm going to be doing a series of videos over the next few weeks. So it's going to be probably a 6-part series that I'm looking at doing. And in each of the videos, I'm going to be sharing, what are the spiritual influences that have really helped build my self-awareness, my spirituality, my inner growth, and overall my resilience. So I thought I'd start today with a bit of a story, as well as probably one of the biggest influences which kick-started my whole spiritual journey. So I was in my early 20s when someone gave me a book to read. And so this book was none other than The Alchemist by Paulo Coelho. And this book really changed my life. So when I first was given this book, I was at a period of my life where I'd just broken up with my high school boyfriend, and I was kind of felt like I was on my own for the first time. So not only was I healing, but learning, growing, and all those other things that you're doing in your early 20s as well. So I remember when I first started to read this book, there was a lot that I guess I absorbed reading it for the first time. And this is one of the go-to books that I will pick up at any kind of time in my life. So anytime I've gone through something a little bit challenging, or I'm questioning something, or I feel like I just need a bit of a boost, on my own kind of spiritual booster. So this is one of my big boosters. I get this book out, and every time I've read it, which is many, many times, I take something different away from this book. So there's a couple of things I wanted to talk about with this book for today, and how it has influenced me. So when I first read this book, I guess I found it so captivating by the simplicity of it, and yet just the profound wisdom that was in the words. And I know this is such a, many people say this as well about this book. So it's one of the most popular books in the world. So I know I'm not the only one that this has influenced. But when I was young, this book really made me realize that there is just so much more out there. There is just so much more happening energetically. There is so much more in regards to the universe and the divine, and everything happens for a reason, and that we're all on our own path, and all following our own personal legend. So I think it really influenced me, and it really helped me. So if you haven't read this book, make sure that you do pick it up and read it. Or if you're going through something, obviously very challenging times at the moment, if you need a bit of a boost yourself, if you're questioning something, pick it up, have a think about, some of the words on these pages, because there are some really profound words. And I know there's my favorite quote is from this book, and it's, and I've written it down here. It's, "When you want something with all of your heart, the universe conspires in helping you achieve it." That I had that quote by my bed for many years, and I very, very much believe that when you want something, put it out there, work towards it, and the universe will help you achieve that as well. So that's kind of one of my biggest influences is this book. So there's probably 2 stories in here that I found really profound, and one of them is my husband's favorite stories as well, which is around the secret to happiness, which they do talk about in here, and it's about the drops of oil on the spoon, and how this boy walked around the castle with drops of oil on his spoon. And the first time he walked around the castle, he was told, don't drop any of the oil off the spoon. And he walked around, and he went back to the king, and the king kind of said to him, "But didn't you observe anything around you?" And he was like, "No, I was too focused on the oil on the spoon." And so then he goes, "Okay, we'll go and walk around again and have a look at everything around my magnificent castle." And so next time he walked around, and he came back to the king, and there was no oil on the spoon. And he was embarrassed, and he's like, "Oh no, I dropped everything that you trusted me with." And that there is the secret to happiness, is to keep your eye on the drops of oil on the spoon that's in front of you, as well as observing everything else around you and seeing the world around you. And I think life is about balance. And I think that is one story that has stayed with me. And I know my husband constantly reminds me of that story within The Alchemist. He is also a big fan, and I do want to get him on camera at one point. So stick with me, because he will be joining me for a video sometime soon. So the other story that I guess for me, it really opened my eyes and made me even more determined to focus on my dreams and to work towards my dreams. And one of the reasons why I'm here doing all of these videos is because it talks about in the book that a lot of people don't actually achieve their dreams, or they will get very, very close to achieving their dreams and then stop. You know, it's almost to the point, it's just having the thought of having that dream come true is too much for people. And also a lot of people just like the thought of the dream. The thought of that dream keeps them going rather than actually achieving it. And I know for me, I'm like, I don't want to be that person. I want to be the person that actually lives my dreams and works towards my dreams and does achieve them. So for me, that gives me a little bit of the fire in the belly. And that's what these books can do. And that's why I'm so kind of passionate about sharing some of my spiritual influences and spiritual teachers with you. So today's video has been on The Alchemist. So if you have not read it, or haven't read it in a while, it's probably a good time to pick it up. It will help you. There are many, many quotes in it that are fantastic. So I thought I would just share some of the reasons why this book has helped me so much. I still pick it up, and every time I pick it up, I will find something else I have not observed before in the book. So anyway, that's my booster and influencer for today to help you on your spiritual journey. So stay tuned. I'll be doing some more of these videos on what have been some of my influences. For example, it's not just going to be books. There are actually some spiritual teachers that I still go to that a lot of you will know. So I'm going to do a bit of a deep dive into some of those teachers and how they've actually helped me, as well as just some other modalities such as yoga. Angel cards and oracle cards have been a huge part of my spiritual development. So I will be sharing those with you in some videos coming up. So stay tuned, everyone. All right, take care. Bye.